Hello, and welcome to Thoroughly Played Games. Tonight I'm going to be playing through Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, Scenario 3. This scenario is titled The Black Ship. The goal of this scenario is to kill all of the enemies. I'm going to read the introduction, then we'll place enemies, others will spawn later, then I'll place my characters, and we'll begin. There's a handful of new things that we're going to see in this scenario. The first one that I'd like to call out are the items below. I received gold in the last scenario, and so I was able to purchase these for my characters, and I'll explain those as I use them. Other rules I'll explain as they become important. Let's go to the overworld map. So we started our journey over here and worked our way through the hole in the wall, and then we went to the Sleeping Lion for some soup and to stay the night, and now we're venturing out to the Gulf. So this scenario is going to take place right here. Alright, let's get into the introduction. After getting your fill of stew and plenty of rest at the Sleeping Lion, you start off early in the morning. The first order of business is looking for information on someone named Roland. He seems to be making a trade of buying fresh corpses, and you'd like to know why. It's slow going at first, but you eventually find a pair of vermlings down in the sinking market who seem overly interested in cadaver disposal. After some rough persuasion, they cough up that they too are being paid by a man named Roland to deliver bodies. They even give you the drop-off location, some derelict ship at the old docks. You head down to the pier and look around. It doesn't take long to spot the suspicious vessel. Not only is it leaking some vile black liquid from the hull, but there are two men wearing red robes, standing guard outside of the dock. They notice you eyeing them and begin making threatening gestures for you to move along. Looks like getting to the bottom of this is going to require cracking a few more skulls. We do have two new enemy types in this scenario, the Zealot and the Giant Viper. And they're going to have some special abilities, but I'll just talk about all of that whenever it's happening. So now we're going to place the enemies that spawn at the beginning. So it's going to be two Zealots. And then I will place my characters. Let's see, we've got the Demolitionist. We'll put him first this time. And then we've got the Hatchet, and I'll put him over here. Alright, and we've got initiative tokens. I'll just stick these up here. I can't really see those too well, but I'm just going to keep track of them up here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I do have two new cards added to the character decks, so now we have a total of 8 instead of 6. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to... Let's see, last scenario I was having some trouble with the Demolitionist, trying to figure out the best order in which to play things. So I took a little bit, a look offline to kind of see maybe some quick combos I could pull out. I seem to be not wanting to do those right now. So... I do think I want to go ahead and get this out. That's the next move ability. Let's see. Do the 1-2 attack. do anything? The bottom. Nah, I can't. Okay, this seems to be okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, for the hatchet, let's see. This gets a lot more complicated adding these cards in. Place one of your, so this is one of the hatchet's new cards called the Favorite. Place one of your character tokens on this card. You may add +3 attack to any of your ranged attacks by moving the token from this card to the target after the attack ability is resolved. When that target dies, place the token on the hex in which it died. If you loot that hex, return the token to this card. And I guess if I do that, I'll get 2 experience. That is a new symbol introduced in this scenario right here. That number 2, basically that white sort of, I guess, starburst sort of shape with a number in it means that you get that number of experience if you do the text. Yeah, if you do the text. So I guess experience will come into play soon, so that's exciting. Excuse me. All right, so I think I might just stick to, maybe we got 1, 2, 3. How many move 3s do I have? Okay, so I'll do this one. And this one. Excuse me. All right. So I've got initiative 22 on the Demolitionist and initiative 25 on the Hatchet. There's no giant viper in this room, so we're not going to draw a card for them, but we will draw one for the basic zealot. All right. So they drew a move called Vile Scourge. Let's show that. Basically, they're going to move whatever their movement is, -1. They are going to attack whatever their attack is, -1, and they're going to poison, which is no good. Make sure that is the, yeah, it is. All right, so let's go ahead and go. The Demolitionist is going to first, I'm going to put out my wind-up, which is on your next 2 attacks, add +2 attack. So this is an ability where I put one of my tokens here, and then I, anytime I can do the attack, I have to move it over until it's off, until it's off the card pretty much, and then I'll discard it. So actually, active abilities, I need to go above, so I'm gonna put that actually on it. Maybe I can keep it there. So then I'll do it once, move it over, do it again, move it over, discard it. So that's the top action of that, and then I'm going to do the bottom action of Crushing Weight, which is to move 2, and then one adjacent enemy that is adjacent to a wall suffers 2 damage. So I'm going to move 1, 2, and he is adjacent to a wall. So he is going to suffer 2 damage. So that is the number 1 zealot. So I'm going to put 2 damage on him. And he's going to be 6 to be defeated. All right. And this doesn't happen because this just did damage. It wasn't an attack. So that is going to stay there. I just wanted to go ahead and get that out. And now we're going to do the hatchet. So I'm going to do the bottom action of stopping power, which is immobilize target 1 adjacent enemy. I can't do that, but I am going to do the bottom part, which is to move 3. So let's go ahead and move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we will do the top part of close cuts, which means as long as I'm standing in the gray hex and enemies are standing in the 2 red hexes, then I can perform this. All enemies in the targeted area suffer 3 damage plus separate modifiers for each. So I'm going to do a 3 attack plus a modifier for each. So let's do this one first. All right, that's going to be +1, so 4 damage to this zealot, who is already damaged. And that's actually going to be 6, and that's going to finish him off. So we'll pull him off and put a coin right there. All right, now we're going to pull a card for this zealot. Ooh, another +1. So that's going to be 4 damage to zealot number 4. 2 more to kill him. All right. So now it's going to be the zealot's turn. So they are going to move 1. No, they're going to move 2 -1. So they're going to move 1. But I guess they wouldn't move. He would just stay because he can already attack me. If he had a multi-attack, I would move him to where he would block me, or to where he would be able to attack both of us. The rulebook says to move them intelligently, so I kind of think he would stay there. So then he's going to attack, and his attack is 2, but this one is -1, but it also inflicts poison, which kind of stinks. Poison is no good. So he's going to do that to the hatchet. I'm poisoned no matter what. And let's go ahead and pull an attack modifier card. Ooh, -2. So it does no damage, but I am poisoned. And that's the end of the round. So we go to a new round. So I'm going to pick cards for the Demolitionist. Let me remind myself what poison does. Poison. All attackers gain +1 attack. Prevents healing. Remove when healed. Okay. So I wonder if... I think the condition is added after because it's listed below. I'm not sure if I should have taken a damage there. I'm not going to because it is listed after. Excuse me. Alright, so round 2. Need to hit this guy and get through that door. He's got 2 damage left. So I think I'm gonna... I wish that would work out. It keeps not working out. Alright, so do I have a move 3? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do that next time for sure. So let's just try and move through this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can go. Yeah, that would be neat. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Alright, and for the hatchet, I'm gonna need to take care of this guy. And then move. So I can do this. If I do kill him and get those tokens, that would be nice. Well, that might need to be what I do. Excuse me. Man, all my other attacks are range, though. And then I gotta heal. Okay, so... maybe I push him. Push him through the door. Ooh, maybe I do that. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Excuse me. Okay. A little bit more to choose from with these new cards. So yeah, now I have, with the Demolitionist, I have 19 initiative. With the Hatchet, I have 46. And then the basic Zealot has 46. So tie goes to me. So let's see. I'm going to... How do we want to start this? Yeah, Giant Viper's not in here yet, so it's just... That's the initiative. Right. So I'm going to use Explosive Blitz, the bottom action, to move 4. So let's go 1, 2. And that's going to trigger this event. So now I'm going to spawn all of these and then read that text up there. And then I'll continue my movement. So let's go ahead and read the text. You burst into the cargo hold, and a foul smell hits you in the face. A river of sticky black liquid flows through the ship, pouring between the various cracks in the hull. The source appears to be beyond the far door, but first, you'll have to fight your way past more ruffians and their pets. So we've got a Zealot spawned right here. And then we have a Giant Viper here, but it's not elite. Giant Viper here and here. And these other spaces are blank because it's a 2-player game. So now I will continue my movement. 1, and we'll go 2. All right. And then I'm going to perform the big one, which is basically, this is a range 2 attack for 3 damage. And if I can shoot anywhere in this hex, then I can control what that hex looks like. So basically, this is all enemies in the targeted area suffer 3 damage plus a separate modifier. And then I lose the card for the rest of the campaign. So, or for the rest of the scenario. So I'm going to shoot at range 2. I'm going to shoot right here in this hex, which will encompass all of this. So I'm going to be able to hit these 2 with this attack. So I'm going to pull a card for him first. And also, I'm going to trigger this ability. On your next 2 attacks, add +2 to the attack. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that for this attack and then move it and then do it for this attack. So I have 5 right now. And this, oh wow, I hope it's not a mess. You have to do this, whether it benefits you or not. You don't get to, like if I'm performing an attack, then I have to go ahead and move this over. So, yeah, I guess we're going at number 3. It's 3 to kill. I've already got 5 damage. I just hope I don't get a miss. It's +0, which is fine. That is definitely a hit. And a kill. We'll put a coin right there. And then I'm going to slide this over. And now I'm attacking the other giant viper. So we have the card attack is 3 plus my wind up. I'm going to add an additional 2 plus a modifier plus 0. That's totally fine. That's going to be 5, which will kill this giant viper. And then this will move off of the card, and I gain an experience when a token moves off of that square. So I'm going to go ahead and add that right here. And then this is going to go into my discard pile. And that concludes this ability. So this is now lost because of the X symbol right there on the card. So I'll get that back on the next scenario. Pretty worth it though. That was a fun move. Just bust in right there and do that. So now the hatchet is going to go. All right, I'm going to do Disorienting Barrage. The bottom action, I'm going to move 2 hexes away, and all adjacent enemies are going to suffer 1 damage. So 1, 2, and then now this guy's going to suffer a damage. All right, so he's at 5, and he's 1 left to kill. And then I'm going to do a retrieval. Just a basic attack for 2. If the target has your favorite token, return the token to its card. I don't actually have that ability out right now, so we're just going to attack for 2. Plus a modifier. Plus 0. 2 damage onto him. That's going to kill him. So we will move him over here and put a coin here. All right. Now it is the... Oh. So I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter now because they're dead, but I should have pulled a Viper card as soon as they spawned. Doesn't matter now because there's no more in the room. I killed them all. But now this Zealot that did spawn is going to get to have a turn. They will avoid difficult terrain, which is what this purple is, if they can. But one way or another, they're coming for me. So if they can't avoid it, they're just going to trudge through it. He does not have any movement, though. He has a range 2 attack, which won't hit me. So, yeah. Now that's the end of the round. Don't believe there's any reshuffling that needs to happen. So I'm going to choose cards for the Demolitionist. I want to start getting some of this treasure. Let's see. Let's see how I can do this. Kind of a bummer. No ranged attacks. Can't really... So then maybe I go over for him. Maybe I... move 2, get strengthen. I could add jump to it. He's 6 to kill. I don't want to get poisoned. Oh, wait a minute. This hasn't happened yet. The hatchet being poisoned. And that's persistent. It doesn't go away until I heal. Alright, let's just make some moves. I'm going to move 2 and throw away this attack. Okay. And then the hatchet is going to... would love to loot. But of course I used that card already. What was I thinking? Oh, I didn't have a choice. It was my only... Okay. I'm not just going to stick around for gold. So... try and get a good shot off at that guy. Range 3, so maybe... move 2. Oh, wow. So I am going to use this right here. This is my stamina potion, which says during your turn, return one of your discarded cards to your hand. So I'm going to do this and then remove this from the campaign, or from the scenario, and I'm going to get this back in my hand. My retrieval. Yeah, one of your discarded cards. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to do that for, and then I'm not really going to be able to do much else. Which, whatever, that's fine. So I'll just do that. Why not? Okay, so the hatchet's got 17. So I'm going to put him up top. The demolitionist has 42, and the zealot has 27. So the zealot is actually going to go before the demolitionist. Okay, so hatchet's turn. I'm going to do this bottom action. The bottom action of retrieval, move 1, loot 1. I'm not going to move, but I am going to loot 1 and get these 2 gold. There's 2 coins. And then I'm going to do this top ability. It's called the favorite. Place one of your character tokens on this card. You may add +3 to your attack, to any of your ranged attacks by moving the token from this card to the target after the attack ability is resolved. When that target dies, place the token on the hex in which it died. If you loot that hex, return the token to this card. So, I'm going to move my attack modifier deck over to here. And then I'll just add this up here. Put one of my tokens on it. All right. That's pretty cool. Now the Zealot goes. He's going to heal 1, which he's already at full health. I'll show that. He's going to heal 1. He's going to move 2 plus 1, so 3. And then he is going to do a ranged attack. So difficult terrain requires 2 movement, so he's got 2 movement to leave. So he's going into it with 1, and he's got 2 to get out of it. So he's going to go right here, but I don't think he would go there. Just trying to think intelligently for the monster, because he does have a ranged attack, and I don't think that he would put himself at disadvantage. So we're going to do what's best for the monster here, and we're going to attack at range 2, and his attack is, it's 2 minus 1, so he's doing 1 damage plus a modifier right now. All right, plus 0, so I'm going to take 1 damage. The Demolitionist is going to take 1 damage. And this has the shuffle icon. So at the end of the round, I am going to shuffle this deck. And now the Demolitionist is going to go. And the Demolitionist is going to exhaust Winged Shoes. During your movement, add jump to the entire move action. So basically I can jump over difficult terrain, a trap, obstacle. I just can't jump over walls and some other things. I can jump over enemies. So I'm going to exhaust this to add jump to my 2 movement. I'm basically just doing the basic ability right there. 2. So we'll go 1, 2. Can't really move any further. Right? Yeah. And then, unfortunately, this card is just gonna get wasted. I can't do any of that. So, but yeah. Thought I had something to say, but I didn't about that. That is the end of the round. So, going to shuffle these. And I've got 2 cards left with the Demolitionist, so I'm just going to go with highest initiative. And I've got 3 cards left with this guy. So I'm going to... I want to go after the Demolitionist. Okay, so Demolitionist has initiative 20, Hatchet has 24, and the Zealot has 46. So we're just going to move the Demolitionist to the top there. Yep, nothing I can do about it. I'm going to... This does have an attack 1, loot 1 ability, but I want this treasure chest. I don't want to just loot that coin, so I'm actually going to forgo that and use the basic movement to go 1, 2. And then again, I have to unfortunately waste my attack because I'm not around anyone. So we're going to move those to the discard. I am going to collect this treasure. And let's see what that is. Where's it at? Okay, it's right here. Treasure number 10. I'm pretty sure it's in the glossary. So let's see what that is. Oh, cool, it's an item. The Fateful Compass. Item number 27. Alright, so let's dig that out. Cool. That's an expensive one. During your turn, force one enemy within range 3 to perform a move 2 action with you controlling the action. That's really cool. So I can move enemies into traps. That's awesome. I am going to put this in my like a backpack. I'm not going to be able to use this because I already have a item with this symbol in this campaign. So I don't think that I should be able to use this this campaign. So I'll just put it off to the side for now. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to go with the hatchet. And what was I going to do? All right, so we've got the center mass. I'm going to attack at range 3 for 3. Pretty straightforward. And he is... Let's see. 6. So 3 and 2. Yeah, I'm going to put my token on him. The favorite token to add a +3 to him. Just really hope I don't miss. We'll see though. Sometimes that happens. So we got 6 plus 0. Nice. So I am going to do 6 damage to him, which kills him. Got that there, along with my favor token. Alright. And then I'm going to do this bottom action to move 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it would have been the same. Maybe I should go over there and get my token. 2, 3, 4, no. Because I have to end my turn on it. I think I'm just going to leave it there. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. All right. So that is... And then he didn't get a turn because he's dead. So... Yeah. Just going to shuffle these up. Draw a fresh card whenever new ones come in. Maybe I shouldn't shuffle them. I shouldn't have shuffled them. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have shuffled them. I should just draw a new card when they come out. Oh well, I've already done it now. So now I have to either long rest or short rest with both of my characters. So with the Demolitionist, I'm going to... I think I'm going to short rest. Alright, so let's see. We'll take this one. Implode. Alright. And then, let's see. I'm going to do the same with the hatchet. No long resting. Just going to stay poisoned. Nope, can't look at the cards. Stopping power. It's going to be lost. Okay. So let's start a new round. I'm gonna try and move through that door. I probably should be more concerned with gold than I actually am. Yeah, I've already jumped, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And then that again. Cool. All right, and then for the hatchet, I'm going to... What am I going to do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't both occupy that. So maybe I'll just do the loot action. Maybe I will go back for my hatchet. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then heal. No, let's just go ahead and try and kill all these enemies. Yeah, so I'm going to do this. And then this. Okay. So I've got 19 initiative with the demolitionist and 18 with the hatchet. So hatchet's going to go first. I'm going to do the bottom action of close cuts, move 4, loot 1. Actually just going to move 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to loot and get this and this. Raking in the gold. All right. And then I'm going to do the top portion of Second Wind. I'm going to heal 3 self. I'm already at full health, but if I heal with the damage, I can't heal HP anyway. I just remove the status. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just removing my poison status. So now with the demolitionist, I'm going to do the bottom action of explosive blitz and move 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's 2 move to get out of difficult terrain. I am going to spawn all of these enemies now because I have opened the door. And I also trigger this text. The smell gets even worse when you finally open the door to the back cabin. More of these robed madmen are performing some sort of incantation over an altar piled high with severed limbs and unidentifiable mounds of flesh. With the flies buzzing and the strange guttural howls, all you want to do is get as far away as possible. But you have a job to do, so you commence with the killing. So let's go ahead and spawn. We have an elite giant viper, and then we have another zealot. And they get cards immediately. And we have passed the initiative for the giant viper, but the zealot is going to get a turn. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So, let's see. He's got drain life again, which is heal 1. He's at full health. Move +1 to his already 2 movement, so he's going to move 3. So let's do that. He's going to go 1, but he's not going to enter the sludge because he's going to have a ranged attack. So his attack is going to be 2 - 1 at range 2, so he's going to stay right there. And we are going to draw an attack modifier for that. ×2, yikes. So it's going to be 2. He's going to do 2 damage to me. 2. And then that could have been a lot worse. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So now that's the end of the round. There are 2 shuffle icons, so we're going to shuffle both of those decks. Okay, so now we're going to draw new cards. Oh, wait a minute. So, when I spawned that room, I didn't actually finish my turn. Sometimes I do that. There's a lot going on in this game, especially when you play it solo. There's a lot to keep track of. I had a second card to play with the Demolitionist. So, luckily that doesn't really affect too much. I was just going to play Wind Up again. The top action, which was the same thing that I played before. So, it doesn't affect anything yet. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out. I saw that card sitting over here. So we're going to go ahead and put that out. Okay, so I'm going to play these two. And then for the hatchet, just need to move. Need to have 3 movement. All right. Okay, so now I have a 20 initiative with the Demolitionist and 24 with the Hatchet. So let's go ahead and pull for the Viper and the Zealot. We've got 33, and we've got 19. Okay. Yikes. So the Zealot, let's see. Man. How is this going to play out? Let's see. So the Zealot is going to go first. Then the Demolitionist. Then the Hatchet. Then the Giant Viper. Okay. So the Zealot goes first. He's going to move. He's going to move 2. So he's going to move into this to find me right there adjacent. So then he's going to stop his movement. He's going to attack for 2 minus 1. And he's going to curse me. All right. So cursing is one of the new rules. One of the new addendums to this scenario. It's basically, it's going to be, I have to put this in my attack deck, and it's a miss. So now I have more misses in my attack deck. When I pull it, I remove it from my deck, but it needs to go into my deck now. So I'll shuffle that in a minute. All right. So let's go ahead and draw his attack. He's attacking for 1 plus 1. So 2. I'm at 3 health. I am in trouble. I want this guy to go down. Okay, so now it's my turn. The Demolitionist's turn, that is. I'm going to do the bottom part of knock out the support, which is move 2, destroy an adjacent obstacle, and gain strengthen. So I am going to just move 1. I'm going to destroy this obstacle. And I'm going to gain strengthen. Now I'm going to do the top action of crushing weight. attack 3, and add +2 to the attack and gain an experience if the target is adjacent to a wall. He is adjacent to a wall, right there. My whole hand was on the way, but yeah, that is a wall. So I'm going to attack for 3 +2 +2 for my windup. So right now I'm attacking him for 7. And I also have strengthen, so I get to draw here with advantage. So hopefully we'll get this guy out of here. So let's go ahead and draw. I've got 1. That's good already. +0. I just have zeros everywhere, which is fine. So that is 7, right? Yeah, that's 7. So I move this over, my wind up over. I gain an experience for doing that. And this is going to go into my discard. Strengthen goes away at the end of the next turn. This guy is dead. He messed me up. All right, that was a good turn. Now it is the Hatchet's turn. So I'm going to do the bottom action for center mass, move 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, because it's 2 to get out of the difficult terrain. Push an enemy 2. That doesn't apply here because I don't have an enemy adjacent to me. And now I'm going to attack not 2 targets because there's just the 1. So I'm going to attack for 2 plus a modifier at the Zealot at range 3. Not the Zealot, at the Giant Viper. +0. I have drawn so many zeros. That's fine. So that's just 2 damage to the Elite Viper. Yikes. Which automatically just gets poison. Just noticing that. So it's 3 more to die. What number is he? It's number 6. I guess it doesn't really matter. There's just 1 out. Okay, and that's his turn. Now the Giant Viper is going to get a turn. He's going to do Swift Fangs. He is going to, jump. He's going to move. His movement is 2, 3, so yeah, he's going to try and get both of us. And he definitely can, so he's going to go 1, 2 to right here. He's going to attack 2 targets. Attack for 2 +0, but he is going to poison both of us. So we are now both poisoned. Well, or maybe we're poisoned at the end. I should look up those conditions. I'm going to add it at the end because thematically I don't think I'd be poisoned until he bit me. But I will look up the rules after this and make any modifications in the future scenario. So we'll go with the Demolitionist first. Oh man, I'm scared. I've only got 3 health left. I mean, there's nothing I can do now. So his attack is 2. So yeah, let's just pull the modifier and get it over with. Okay, so I have 1 health left. 1, 2. So now I'm poisoned. And then he's going to perform the same attack on the hatchet for +1. Glad I did it in that order. Wow. So now I'll take 3, which would have killed the demolitionist. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is that everything? I am now poisoned. Yeah, so another round. Here we go. I got 2 cards left. Let's just go ahead and pick them. Lowest initiative. Hope for the best. Same with, oh man, he's gonna go before us and kill me. Oof. Man, what can I do? Can I do anything? I don't think I can. Just gonna have to take it. All right, let's see what he does. 43, wow. Okay, so I'm gonna get a chance to go, then he's gonna go, and then it's gonna be the hatchet. By I mean the demolitionist. So let's get the zealot out of here. Try not to mess this up. I still have strengthen. I've got a lot of good stuff I can do. Maybe I stun him. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. So he doesn't get an action just in case I miss. Stun an adjacent enemy. Gladly. And then I'm going to do my 1-2 punch. Attack 2, then attack 1. Add push 2 and muddle 2 if this attack targets the same enemy as the previous ability. Nice. And I have strengthen and I have wind up. So I'm going to attack for 2. +2, so I'm attacking for 4, and I'm drawing at advantage. Alright, so there's the curse. Get that out of here, because I'm drawing at advantage. So I'm going to take whatever this is. -1, whatever. That would have been bad if it was another miss. Okay, so now I hit it for 3. Which kills it. All right. I could have used that too. I have an attack up potion. But it doesn't matter. Cool. So, killed this. Puts another coin on here. I still get to go with the hatchet. So I'm going to move and loot, I guess. Yeah. I'm going to do this right here, the bottom action. Move 1 and loot 1. So I'll move here and then get these 2 coins. And then nothing is going to happen with my other card. Nice. So that will conclude the campaign. I will tally up any other experience I may have gotten or gold offline. I will go ahead and read the conclusion, though. It certainly doesn't give you pleasure sifting through the human remains on the altar, but it does end up proving useful in between the bouts of vomiting. You find a necklace, one Sandy described in detail as never leaving the neck of her husband. With this in hand, you can bring at least some peace to the blacksmith's widow and inform the city guard about this whole situation. Still, you have a sneaking suspicion this isn't the end of the trail. These robed men were certainly all underlings, which means Roland is still out there. One could make the argument that this is the city guard's job, but you search the cabin of the ship anyway and find a curious map. It is a crude depiction of the Boiler District, and one building is clearly marked. Surely it couldn't hurt to check it out. And then for the rewards, each character gains one perk, and I'll discuss those in the next scenario. And then we get a new location, a ritual in stone. All right. Cool. So we've completed scenario 3. So that will conclude my playthrough of Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, scenario 3, the Black Ship. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for scenario 4.